Alright, yo, what is going on, guys? It is Mocha Drop here, back with another YouTube for you guys. If you guys do enjoy the video, make sure to drop a like and subscribe. Turn on post notifications if you guys haven't already. And make sure to comment, let me know what you guys want to see down below. So today I'm going to be telling you guys the story of how I almost got expelled for hacking the school system. So it was an average day. I'm a 7th grade if you guys didn't know. So it was an average day for me. It was just me in the middle of Calm Arts. I realized that the phone I'm using, since my iPhone 7 is broken, I'm using my grandma's old Samsung Galaxy S5. If you guys haven't had a Samsung Galaxy S5, type in the comments, let me know. But if you guys didn't know, your Samsung Galaxy S5 has an IR blaster, and it's infrared blaster is what it stands for. And if you guys didn't know, you can take an infrared blaster, and that's what's in TV remotes and all that. So I could control projectors, I could control the TVs, I can control the projectors, I can just control everything basically. So I realized that in the middle of third period of Calm Arts. Calm Arts has got to be my favorite class because just the teachers. She's by far my favorite teacher in the entire school. But first gonna say her name's Miss Sarah. I don't know if she wants her name in the video, but we're just gonna call her Miss Sarah. So Miss Sarah we're reading The Hobbit, and since we're reading The Hobbit, we watch movie clips of every chapter. Well, I realized in the middle of us watching movie clips, I could just mess with the projectors. So I lean over to my friends, and I'm like, yo, guys, I could turn off the projector in the middle of the class. Like, I wasn't going to do it right then and there because we were watching movie clips, and I was like, we're not doing work, so I'm really not going to mess with that. So I want to wait till later when we have to do work to start messing with it so it throws everybody off. So we start messing with the projector. When we're done with the movie clip, she turns off the projector, and we all start reading the book. Well, I wasn't reading that day. I was on my phone. So I lean over to them, and we start talking, and they're like, yeah, go ahead, do it. So I go ahead and do it, and I connect to the projector, and it's going through the setup like, hey, I have to press a button, and then if the button works, then I have to press yes, and it'll like blah, blah, blah. So I hit the button, and it pops up, and I tap it twice, and the projector turns on. So I'm like, oh, shit, it actually fucking worked. Let's get it. So then I quickly turn it off before anybody notices, so I don't get caught. And we just start dying laughing. Like, not like obviously, but it was really funny. Yeah. But anyways, so we started laughing a little bit. We started kind of laughing under our breath and all that. So then I was like, yo, my friend Coulter, he leans over to me. He's like, yo, start spamming that shit so it just keeps beeping. So I start spamming it, and it starts just keeping going on and off, on and off, on and off, on and off. So she starts to realize that the fucking projector's going whack as shit, and she's like, yo, what the hell's going on? But we just start dying laughing. We're like, what the hell? Who's doing that? It was just really funny. So she's like, what's going on? And we kind of start laughing about it. The whole class is just kind of like, who's doing that? Or like, what's going on? So I keep doing it on and off for a while, and I kind of stop, and then I keep going. So it was really fun, and she was like, maybe it's the ghost that followed me a few years ago when she worked at the elementary school. There was a ghost that would mess with her computer and stuff. So she thought it might have been that, and we all kind of started laughing and stuff. So it kept going on and off, on and off, on and off, to the point where she had to go and get the IT lady. Let's call her Mrs. Jones. So Miss Jones comes in, and she's like, as soon as I was kind of sketched out to do it in front of Miss Jones, because Miss Jones is standing literally right next to me. Miss Sarah starts telling Miss Jones about what's going on, and she's like, now that you're in here, it's probably not gonna work. So I'm like, oh no, dog, I gotta put on a show for my classmates, dog. I gotta make this interesting as fuck. So I'm making sure she's not looking at me. She's kind of walks towards the projector, not towards me anymore. So I just start turning it off and on. I keep doing it, and it got really funny. So they unplugged the projector, so that way I was like, fuck, nope. Now the fun's over. Shit. So she turns off the projector, and then she just walks out, and she's just like, just let it sit for a while, and everything should be good. So she walks out of the classroom, and we just start dying laughing. And one of my friends, Tegan, is like, yo, what if it's an app? I'm like, dude, shut the fuck up. I'm not trying to get caught for this shit. And so it was just kind of and I was messing with Miss Sarah. I kept telling her, I was like, oh yeah, it was me. And she was like, oh yeah, how'd you do that? And I was like, I have a remote. And I was like, just kidding. So I was kind of dead ass telling her, and then I just kind of backed myself up and was like, no, I'm not. So it was kind of funny. Next period I had study hall, and there's no projectors, and I was like, well, fuck, I'm not gonna be able to do it in there. So I just didn't really bother with messing with it, and yeah, so I just didn't do it that next period. So I walk into advisory, and my homeroom teacher stops me, and she goes, Caleb, do you have my projector remote? I'm like, no. Why? She goes, I know you have my projector remote. You need to give it to me now. I'm like, I don't have your projector remote. You can search my stuff. I don't have it. And she goes, well, my projector remote has been missing for a while now, and I heard about your stunt that you were pulling in Miss Sarah's room, and blah, 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 blah. And I was like, I don't have your projector remote. You can search me. So I got pissed off that she sat there and said I had a projector remote. And don't get that twisted. I love my homeroom teacher. She's really nice. She just got on my nerves for constantly saying that I had it, and I didn't. I told her she could go through my stuff and that she wouldn't find it. But she's like, okay, well, if any of your friends have it, then you need to tell them to give it to me now. I was like, all right, well, I will. And, well, none of us had it, so I was like, I'm not even going to bother saying it to them because I know we don't have it. So we going off the advisory, and I'm talking to this girl in my class. Let's just call her Shatheed. All right, so I'm talking to Shatheed, and so we're talking, blah, 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 and I start explaining what happened to her. She's like, what happened? So I started telling her, and then I was like, yo, watch this. So I started turning on her projector, and she was working on something on her computer. As soon as it turned on, I, instantly turned it off. Because I know she would instantly think that I'd have her projector. This was so fucking dumb of me to do, even since she thought I had a remote. Obviously, it just made me look even worse that I turned it on and then told her I didn't have a remote. Because I didn't have a remote, so I wasn't lying. But I turned on her projector when nobody was around it, and it just made myself look even more incriminated. So I was like, so I turned it on, and she goes, how was that turning on? I'm like, I don't know. So then I walk out of there, and she's like, Caleb, how'd you do that? So I told her, and then I walk into my 5th period class. It's science, and I connect to the projector, I turn it on, and the teacher's still she's not in the class yet, so she doesn't know. So I start showing off for the class again, trying to be the fucking class clown that I am. So I start fucking with it again, and I turn it on once, and I turn it off, and I turn it on once, and I turn it off, and I stop. I'm like, okay, that's enough. So we used to have to do testing that day, so I didn't really mess with it that much anymore. And I didn't mess with it. So I just was like, okay, I gave up. It wasn't working anyway. So I was just like, all right, well, I'm going to finish my test and then go on from there. So I walk out of that class. We're done testing. I walk out, and I didn't really do anything that period. So I was like, all right, I'm chilling. Let's go into 6th period. 6th period, I have math. And I walk into math. Everybody's like, yo, Caleb, yeah, do it. I'm like, no, I'm not finna get caught. She's in the middle of teaching. Obviously, that's a fucking dumb idea. I'm not going to just do it in the middle of her teaching. So whenever she'd be in the back of the room not paying attention, I just mess with the volume so it'd pop up on the screen that someone was messing with the volume. So I started doing that once or twice, and then I kind of just stopped. And then towards the end of the period, I turned it off, and she's like, how did that turn off? And this kid named Christian in my class, he says, I don't know, maybe it's an app or something. I'm like, dude, are you fucking stupid? I'm not trying to get caught. So then I leave and I go talk to Preston. Preston's a good buddy of mine. So I go and talk to Preston, and I'm like, yo, dude, let's watch this. So we walk by the hallway TV, and I turn on the hallway TV and turn it off and stuff. So then he's like, yo, dude, blah, blah, that's so sick. Blah. And we were just kind of bullshitting. And then I walk, and we have 7th period with the same teacher. So it's for me, it's math, and then on A and C days. On those days, we have this class together with the same teacher. So I don't even have to leave that class. So I start to walk back with Preston, and I sort of enter the room, and she stops me, and she looks me dead in the eye, and she starts just yelling at me, and she's like, blah, 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 are you messing with the teacher's projectors? Some, and she's like, you're hacking the school system. I'm like, I'm not hacking the school system. She starts talking to the computer education teacher. He's hacking. Go tell the office that Caleb's hacking. I'm sitting in the hall. I'm like, I'm not even fucking hacking. What the hell is going on? And I'm not gonna talk back and shit right now. And then she was like, you're doing getting this teacher. And I was like, first of all, I didn't do it to one of the teachers. She said, I don't remember who it was, but I was like, I started to say, I didn't, and I was like, you know what, okay. And she goes, don't talk back with me. I was like, I just stopped myself from just arguing back with you. So all I'm doing, I'm cooperating. I'm not lying to you or anything. So she walks me down to the office, and I walk in the office, and she tells the vice principal, looks me in the eye, and she says, k.a.l.e.b.a.r.n.e.l.l is hacking the school system. I turned around, and I deadass said that, and I was like, I'm not hacking anything. And she just kind of gave me a look, and I was like, all right. But I walk into the vice principal's office, and he goes, and the second I say when I walk in, I'm like, by the way, I wasn't hacking. And so we start talking, and then we walk down the The DS room is what we call it. It's like the detention room for like in the middle of the day. So we walk down there, and it's me and this other kid, and 3 other girls are in there. Actually, she was in there taking a test so she could finish the test, but she was in there, and I just kind of gave her that look, like I gave her like the funny look, you know. And so I gave her that look, and she just kind of gives me the look back, and so I have to go in there. He's like, on the way down there, he's like, I could throw you out of school for this. You know that, right? And I was like, and I gave him this like weird look, and I was like I wasn't giving him like an idiot look. I'm like, you're stupid. Like I was just like in shock. And he's like, yeah, I might throw you out of school for this. And I was like, take it easy. Like, holy shit. Does it honestly have to get to that extreme where you have to throw me out of school for messing with a projector? And I was just like, you gotta be joking. So I sit in there for about like an hour, and then I get out of school, and then I just started bullshitting with friends after school about how fucking I almost got thrown out of school for turning off a non-projector. So yeah, that's basically it for the story, guys. If you guys do enjoy the video, make sure to drop a like on the video, subscribe, turn on post notifications, and comment down below and see what you guys want to see next. I hope you guys like this story time. It's kind of my first time really doing a story time since my like getting tonsils removed video. If you guys do enjoy more story times, let me know in the comments and I can start making more of them. So yeah, that's basically been it for the video, guys. I'll see you guys in the next one, and peace out.